Good morning, traders. How are we all doing today? Today is September 19th, 2024. It is a Thursday. We are more than halfway through the week. And yeah, we got some exciting plays today. We have, let's see, we're going to be looking at SNOA. VRZL. Wait, hold on. What? RZLV. RZLV. SGN, TBIO, and XCUR. We're going to be looking at a couple other different ones. Market opens in exactly 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes. How are we all doing today? Welcome. Welcome. Super excited. Another beautiful day here. Another beautiful day to trade. Make some money. Loving it. How are you guys all doing? All right. We just got to spread that link around. A couple more minutes. RZLV, we're going to talk about it. Went from $5 to $25 very quickly. Very quickly. We made some money on it. And yeah. Spread my link around. Sorry for the delay. SNOA, SGNA. Not really much has happened. We're gonna see what happens at open, but TBIO, same thing, looking good. XCUR, not much is happening here. RZLV, very nice pop. ACHL, GLMD. Some of these companies just didn't do much. PRTG pushed up to 12. From 10 to 12, very nicely. How are you guys all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Haven't seen you in a little while. XZs, how are you doing? How you been? How's everything on your end? Good morning. All right, market opens in just a couple of minutes here. Guys, we're almost at 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's crazy. You know, you focus on one thing and then you do something else, and before you know it, you look over and you're like, wow, we have quite a few subscribers now. Market opens in 10 seconds. 10 seconds here. Here we go. Look at all that red. Holy moly, a lot of red on the board. Lots of red. PRTG pushing up to $12. Let's see if it can pass 12. SGN selling off a bit here at VWAP, which is nice. This is pretty much, TBIO is pretty much where it needs to be as far as resistance levels. XCUR pushing up or trying to from 5 to 6. RZLV, not sure how much of a pop we'll get, as it was up to $25, came all the way down to $7. Now it's at $9. And let's see here. GLMD not doing much either here. PRTG pushing up. PRTG looks like this was our winner here. Buying in at about 10, selling at 13 to 13.50. Looks like it got up to $12. And it looks like it got up to 12.37, and now it is selling off here a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Causing a ruckus. How are you doing today? Causing a ruckus. Did you make any trades this week? Any trades this week? I know you have you're under the PDT rule, so I think you said you have 3-day trades a week. Were you able to make any? Love to hear about it. TBIO breaking that resistance here, that 424 resistance that we had seen kind of early morning, going back up to that 490 area. Got up to about 460 on TBIO. XCUR selling off. Very aggressive sell-off. RZLV can't get above $9 now. Again, remember there's people locking in profits who had bought in at this at about $4 or $5 yesterday or previous days and were holding. They have doubled their money 100% still. From $4 to $8 is 100% profit. So we can, you know, potentially to see that sell off majority of the day here. So that was our pre-market watch list. I'll go ahead and pull that over to you here as TBIO pushes up to $5. This was our pre-market watch list. This is what we were looking at, and this is what helps us understand where all the eyes are, where all the volume is, what is the highest percent change, what's the float, free float, and all that, etc. So this is something that I like to look at. TBIO is up 200% pre-market, 23 million shares, and they had a free float of about 5 million. So not bad. And then if you look at TBIO here, let me go ahead and push this over. TBIO free float 1 million. So I have a 1 million free float. Shares outstanding 1.7. Okay, so a 1 million free float is not bad. And this is free float market cap. It's nice to have on there too. So SGN, XCUR. Okay, these are all pre-market. Now we're going to switch over to daily. And this is what you're going to see now. This is what we'll see now, because pre-market, those symbols will no longer move. The symbols will no longer move on pre-market. So if VMAR or something pushes up all the way up to #1 spot on the day, you wouldn't know, because pre-market doesn't move during market hours. Hope that helps. Hope that helps. So this is what we're looking at now. Look at all that volume. TBIO 250, free float 1 million, SGN 10 million free float, and the volume's 97 million, so a lot. And then I also look at this too on my secondary screen is the volume. SGNA has the highest volume, relative volume 10-day, and then percent turnover. I like to look at this one a lot. Shows you the percent change, market cap, price, and the turnover percentage. Very high. TBIO, GLMD, FRGT, SGN, all high turnover. SGN has the highest volume on the day. Okay, and then also news. If there's any news related incidents here, right here, we'll look at news. So this is all on my secondary screen. And that's what I'm looking at if you guys are ever curious. SGN, ZEO pushing up from $2.36 to $3 actually. $2.36 to $3, about a nice 40-cent move. I made a lot of crypto trades this week. Nice, very nice. Crypto, yeah. I actually I made a crypto trade on Mara. On Mara today, overnight swing trade here. Let me pull up Mara. Where's Mara at? Why isn't it coming up? It hit $16, $16.50 actually at the open, and I was able to trade this. Didn't make much on it at all. I think I only had like 10 shares, something like that. It wasn't very many shares. Something like that. Because Bitcoin is pushing up very nicely. It's actually staying right along with this trend line, guys. Right along with the trend line. It actually found resistance even at that 63,244 level where we have drawn before, because it had previous resistance on it right here. Resistance was on it here. Went up with this trend line, went down with this trend line, got a little sketchy and scratchy here. I have a whole video talking about this bullish, this bull flag that did not work to our advantage actually here. It actually sold off, so that's what could happen on the other side of somewhat of a bull flag continuation. We expected it to break up and go up, and it actually broke and went down. Great example. I have a video all about that. Following the trend line down from 65,000 to 52,000, found support at 52,500, broke above this previous trend line and resistance around 54,000, broke out to 55,000, now is touching 63,000 and has pulled back slightly this morning. On the 30-minute, double top, so had a double top here. We'll see what happens. It could continue to start selling off. It can come down to trend line levels, test support again a couple times before another breakout, or it can just start its descent like it normally would. You know, goes up, down, down. So we could easily see somewhat of a descent coming in if this does not hold. This can easily come back down. So we'll see what happens here as Bitcoin plays out over the next couple of days. TBIO finding that resistance at $5, same as pre-market highs, as you can see here, perfectly right off of that $5, went up to 517, somewhat of a fake out here, right? It went up, touched resistance, couldn't break resistance, came up again, touched resistance, couldn't break resistance, went up above, made new resistances, and then tested this as a support, came back below, tested VWAP. VWAP was a nice support majority of the morning. Came down as some people were waking up about 6:30. Market orders, different things are starting to get put in. And it sold off a little bit below the SMA line where I did not feel comfortable getting in. But honestly, that would have been a nice trade there, getting down here at this level where a majority of people did, it looks like, after 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, and then that nice green area here on the MACD. Not a lot of volume though, a little bit of volume here if you really zoom in, and that's where that initial spike came, popped back up, tested this previous resistance level at 424 twice, and then on that third breakout, so we had one breakout here, testing resistance, another breakout, two new highs, and now guess what, guys? It broke out of this resistance to new resistance levels, came back down and retested resistance, which is now a support. So these are things that I like to identify when making trades, by understanding that, hey, it's got a clear breakout here. This would have been a great entry point for a breakout. You could have always set your stop loss, you know, at 414, 411, to get that breakout at 424. Maybe you bought at 420, 424. You get the breakout, goes up to 517, and you make $1 right there. $1 per share. Risking about 10 cents to make $1. So not bad. Not bad. Now it came back up. It's retesting all this resistance here. Can't really make new highs. It's going to come back down. Now it tested this as a support level and bounced off support. So now I would have considered maybe buying at support 424, and, you know, maybe having your stop loss set to 420. If it goes below 420, you're out. So 4 to 5 cents risk to make a chart trader. This is interesting. To make about $1. So doesn't look like it's going to test, and it broke right there. So we would have had a lot of sellers get out. A lot of their stop losses would have came into play right there at 415. I wonder if Mara would shoot up after BTC. Yeah, Mara is correlated with Bitcoin. Mara is one of the largest digital holding companies for Bitcoin. It also mines Bitcoin, and they have a very good hash rate compared to their competitors. They're continuously mining new Bitcoin every day, and I've heard some good things about Mara. But when Bitcoin goes up, Mara share price goes up as well. They are somewhat correlated. Not perfectly, not to a T, but they are. So this broke support, and it's on the back 9 of the MACD, right? You got to think of MACD like I'd say like golf. You got the front 9, which is good. You want to be on the front 9. You want it to go up, and then you got the back 9, which is just going down, right? You want to get to the end before it can curl back over and you start a new round on the front 9 again. I don't know if you guys like golf. That's probably a horrible analogy. SGNA. SGN has a resistance. So cool, I can do this now. Oh, wait, that wasn't it. Oh my gosh. What am I trying to do? This thing is always in the way, no matter where I put it. 66.18. Okay, so we're gonna have some resistance at 66.18. Clear resistance right here. Wow, they couldn't break that level earlier during pre-market hours. This like 53, 54 level. That was a very hard level for them to break during pre-market. That's also another reason why I got out of this right away. Lost $9. Lost $9 on this one, so not bad. I managed my risk pretty well on that one. ZEO, RZLV, it's at a halt. It got halted. Went from 770 low to 10, so $3 in a very short amount of time. $3 in about 15 minutes. About 10 minutes. Now this would have been nice to trade. Staying above that VWAP, had a little bit of volume here. People realized that it has potential to go back up. But, I mean, it could go all the way back down to 4 or 5. Look where the SMA level is. The MA line is at $6.70. So I was thinking it'd go all the way back down to $5, $6. XCUR didn't really do anything that we wanted it to do today. Now, it did pop up from yesterday to $9 today. Amazing. And we were just talking about this company yesterday, I believe. We may have even traded this company a few days ago. And this thing popped up on news. XCUR shares more than double after listing extension. So they were actually going to get delisted, I think. It went from $2 to $7, back down to about $5. It stayed about $5 for the longest time this morning, and then popped up to $9. Like some of these things you can't even make up. This is crazy. The 2 o'clock yesterday, 2 o'clock pre-market yesterday went from $2 to $7. And then this morning, let's keep going, keep going. This morning, seen the news again, 2 o'clock from 5.50 to 9.10 in 5 minutes. In exactly 5 minutes, it went from 5 to 9. So if you would have bought 100 shares at 500, you could have sold 100 shares at 900, walked away with $400 at 2 a.m. my time, which is 4 a.m. market time, and been done for the day. Now it is lower than where the support was, so it definitely broke that support, right? So a lot of these trades, you need to get in when that move happens. And by identifying when these moves are playing out, I am starting to understand, excuse me, when I need to take advantage of these companies. Like if there's news at 2 a.m., then I need to be in on this 2 a.m. news looking for that break. 100 shares, $400, right? Very easily. RZLV, man, this thing is crazy. Crazy. It didn't even start popping up till about 6:30 this morning, which is 8:30 market time. So at 6:30, you could have started buying this for around $5. By 6:36, it was up to 10. And by 6:37, it was up to $25. So that's another key area, right? So 2 a.m.s for me, which is 4 a.m. market. 2 a.m.s, 4 a.m.s, sometimes there's pops. 6 a.m. pops. 6:30 pops. And then you have your 7 and then 7:30 open. And then I'm just gonna put 7 is like the official kind of like pre-market mark, and 7:30 open. Usually are the most volatile times. But a lot of times by the time the market opens, you miss most of it. If not every single morning when we wake up, we're missing out on these incredible moves that are being made. 12 cents to 66 cents. From $1.45 to $5. ZO from $1.50 to $6. From $2.29 to $9 on XCUR. Literally just talked about this one. From 5 to 25. Beautiful move. Buying 100 shares at $5, 500 bucks, and selling at $25. 100 shares, 2,500 bucks. You would make $2,000 in literally, what was that, 5 minutes, I think it was? In 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Be amazing. You buy 1,000 shares at $5, 5 grand, and make 25 grand. You'd be up 20 grand. It's a lot of money to be made. And as you can see, it's always on the front side of the MACD, never on the back side, right? Always when it's green, never when it's red. It's always early morning, about 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, very early morning hours. Always has volume and always has that MACD. And usually, and obviously news, right? There has to be news. Now, after hours yesterday, what was on the list? Check it out. XCUR. XCUR was already on the list for AM, for after hours. It was already up 168%. VERO, ZEO, PRTG. Okay, there's quite a few of these companies that were up after hours. Yesterday, after hours yesterday. No, I lost it. I hate when that happens. There it is. Bam. Put that right back here. Yeah, it feels like the stock market is always ready to give money away. It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity that we have. And every morning it's figuring out which one is going to be the more likely one to go up 100, 200, 300%. TBIO is at that support level again. Possible bounce here. A lot of buyers stepping in. It is below the VWAP, so this may just now start to fade. Double top. Almost like a cup. A cup and handle. Touched here, and now there's the little handle. This one's up almost 300%. I don't really like to trade these companies that are under $1 though. You can get delisted, you could lose all your money. Looks like it's going to try to break 54.30. It's been testing 54.30 all morning since 6:30. So this actually made a nice move. Another example, a nice move from 6 to 6:30. People bought in at 6 o'clock. Boom, I'm in. And looks like it started catching that. And then the MACD, see that? And then around 6:30, people started selling, taking profits, and started going on that red MACD indicator. Same thing with this one, a lot of volume, people selling, and then now a lot of volume here and on the MACD. If this sells off a little bit more, this MACD will get smaller, the green histogram will get smaller, and then it'll start forming red histograms. Should also get a crossover here with the orange MACD level line, and it should cross over with the signal line, this like kind of bluish purple line or whatever that color is. If those cross over, clear indication of a sell-off. These are all things that we can identify and learn moving forward to help us understand and be better traders later. Now in the 5-minute, it is still strong, still very bullish. It's actually about to come out of a back 9 histogram or MACD. Trying to get out of that red. See that? Still very green on the 30-minute. But struggling to get above 54, 55 cents. TBIO. Now this is not good. Okay, it's below the previous support, which will now have to be resistance. It's been on this back 9 since it touched resistance. So right here, this crossover, literally this crossover, this orange line and this blue line, that should be your indication to get out of the trade. Don't hold it any longer. Trade's not in your favor anymore if you're long. So just completely get out. It's going to test VWAP. Now that it's below VWAP, it's going to have some trouble getting above it. It looks nice. It wants to do it. It's looking good and curling over. Starting to cross over right here. It's a crossover signal. Looks good on the 30-minute after selling off all day or all pre-market. Has resistance at 380, ZEO. Keep that in mind. And if it can't get above VWAP or the SMA level, then we could be in trouble. Now it is above the SMA line currently. What else are you guys looking at today? You guys looking at any other stocks, companies today? It's gonna have a very hard time. Also, 30-minute MACD is showing red. And if this can't cross over, it'll cross right back over and go red. XCUR is selling off. Nasty sell-off. After the halt, it has gone back down to 756. So, very scary. The spread on this is insane. I'd be very careful with this one. 1084 looks like some resistance. 1084 right there. I mean, look at this. It hasn't been able to get above 1084, $11 since 6 or 7 o'clock this morning. Made a huge push and then just has been selling off since. So be very careful with this one. GLMD. This is the one today, guys. I believe this was the runner a couple days ago too. Yep. On 9/17, was that Tuesday? It ran up from $6 to $23 and came all the way back down to $6, and now it's pushing up from $6 or even $8 this morning to 12 bucks. Down here, it made a move initially at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is another, I think, almost on the hour. Every hour on the hour, it's like a nice play. Usually, something moves. They like to put news on the hour. So from 6.87 to, or from $7 to 11, that's $5 per share. Sold off a little bit here. And did I trade this one today? Nope, I didn't trade this one today. Up to 13, from 8 to 13, another $5 move very easily, very quickly. Wow, very nice. Catching some volume here. On the MACD, started curling over, had that crossover at 740. Got above all the indicators. See how it was below the VWAP? Crossed over the VWAP at 738. Started getting a little bit of volume, 120,000, 200,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 volume. And then that's when people started getting in. Had a little pullback here from high highs of 983 to lows of 940 to highs of 993 and lows of 925. So nice little pullback from the 940s to 925. That's where more people probably got in and pushed up. Very beautiful move here. I'm just chilling today. Nice, nice. Beautiful move. And I saw the news on it. It says, let me drag this over. It says, GalMed targets cancer and heart disease. 2 hours ago, GalMed Pharmaceutical plans to broaden its drug development activities. And then GalMed Pharmaceutical to release new data from studies. So I saw those earlier this morning. I thought about taking a trade on it. I really did. I didn't. I should have. Now that I look at it, I should have. But I seen this, right? I was up 6 o'clock. I seen it selling off. I seen the resistance at 11. I was like, $10, $9, $8. It's like, do I really want to buy this? It just keep going down. I think its pre-market lows are 650. So I was like, nah. Go all the way down to 650 and just keep trailing down. Now I wasn't paying attention because it was below the VWAP, right? I don't like to trade anything below the VWAP anymore. And as soon as it crossed over, boom, 875, 9 to 13, $4. And now it's going to sell off. Why? Well, let's take a look. Why is it selling off? It topped at 1342, had a double top, which means it actually tested it a second time. It didn't just like go up and come back down. It went up, came down a little bit, went back up, tested this down here, came back up and tested it, couldn't break, so it came back down. Volume is starting to get a little smaller. A lot of red volume here, a lot of sell volume. MACD is starting to curl over, smaller green bars. And if this doesn't work here, if this doesn't bounce and get what it needs to go long, it'll continue to sell off. This will cross over and it'll go back down to, could go all the way back down to $90. SMA's moving, maybe $9, $10. We're going to see what it does. Order book level 2 market data is saying that there is some buyers stepping in about 1170, 1175, 1180, 1190 now. A lot of sellers at 1225, like a lot, 1230. If you're looking at the bid and the ask, you can see here. A lot of sellers at 1250. Time and sell prices are going up. 1260, there we go. Okay, so I had a nice break above. This is going to retest 13. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Very nice. Look at this. Very clean move. A lot of green. That's what we want to see when it's moving up. Okay, it's hitting 13. Coming back down. A lot of sellers at 13. So it's really nice to see the market data. Basically, your time and sell is what's happening right now. This is the time and the sell at the point of purchase or sell, right? This is what's happening right now. Now, this is kind of like the future. So this is what happened. This is like the rear view mirror. You can go back in time. You could see where you drove, right? Where there was this selling. The order 2 is, where are we going? What's coming in? What are people buying these orders at? I can see up here that's heavy selling pressure at 1330, 1350. A lot of heavy selling pressure, which makes sense because what? 1330, 1340. Right here. Now there's a lot of buyers that want to step in, but not until around 1022, 1050, 1060, 11. They feel comfortable buying at 11. And then now you can see down here, you have sizes, right? 1,000 just now at 1221, 1,000 at 1220, 1,100, 1,200, 2,200 at 1220. So a lot of heavy buyers are coming in at these 1220 levels. And if you're getting thousands of shares buying and only hundreds of shares selling, then the price will actually, in fact, go up. Hope that helps. Smash a like button if that helps. Let's take a look at these ones. SGN selling off still. TBIO way down below SMA. ZEO still trying to break that resistance. We were just talking about it right here. Can't get above VWAP. It gets above VWAP, this can go up to 380 very easily. GLMD, what is it doing? GLMD is number 6 on the top gainers list for the day. Some great info. Thank you. Thank you, Cogden Ruckus. All right, guys, it is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. I think that's where we're going to end the live stream today. Nothing really. We missed out on a couple of trades this pre-market morning. Missed out on a couple here this afternoon. But overall, hey, guys, we had fun talking about it, looking at the markets. Tomorrow, hey, tomorrow's going to be a better day. We'll see what we can do as far as making some more money tomorrow. ZEO breaking above VWAP now. Now on the kind of front side of a possible good MACD movement up. 5 minute not looking too bad. Testing that VWAP on the 5 minute. Gonna get rejected or is it gonna push up? A lot of sellers at 320, 319. Very heavy at 320. Even if it does get past VWAP, 320, look at that. 320 is gonna be very hard to break. $320, literally right there. It's gonna be very hard to break. If it breaks it, this thing can shoot. Although we have a lot of sellers though. Look at all this selling pressure. All these people trying to get out. See what it does, and then we'll probably end the live stream after this one. I like these flat top breakouts. See how it doesn't want to go above, but it doesn't really want to go below either. Not making new lows. Can't get above that high. Here we go. Flat top breakout. Let's see what happens. Got up to 324 momentarily. A lot of sellers. More buyers now. 312 though. They're not going to step there till 312. Here we go. Breaking above. See if it's a false breakout. Or if we can push up to 380 again. A lot of buyers. Look at this. A lot of buyers coming in. There it is. There's a retest. That's going to retest this line. That's supposed to be support now. If it can test it and it holds, we'll get another break above. If it can't hold, it'll sell off. Looks like it's holding. $329, $330, $335. There it is. $333. Got a big order to fill at $345, $350, $360. There it goes. And that is your flat top breakout. You know, buying at 320, you'd already be up 30 cents. On 100 shares, about 30 bucks. Almost 50 cents right there at 350. Okay, so very small breakout. Still looking good on the MACD. Nothing's crossed over just yet. 5 minutes still looking good. Nice 5-minute candle. 350. We're still getting a lot of buyers at 350. But 350 might be where it is. If you're able to get down even lower, like 220s, 230s this morning, even 250s, right here in this area, 250, 250, 257, 260, 270, you would have made 100 bucks. 100 bucks on this little breakout move. Even on support. So say you bought at 3 on this candle here at 310. Okay, this next candle is a low of 333. So if you're buying at $3 or 310 or 320, it breaks out. You're only risking, 5 or 10 cents, so $5 or $10 to get that nice clean breakout. 320 to 360, 40 cents. That's $40 on a quick $300 move. Only risking, 3 or 4 bucks. So you're risking $3 or $4 to make 40, 50 bucks. Still going up, so you could still technically be holding, but I don't think it's gonna go up much higher than 350 or 360 right now. Could be another wall, 360 wall with another breakout and retest. Gonna sell off. That would have been a nice break right there, guys. All these other ones not doing much. Selling off. GLMD testing that as a support. It did. So this was confirmed. It's a support. Broke above the 13, came down, tested this first breakout at 11. Now 11 support. It's already up to 12. So even buying down here at 11 to now 12, another dollar move, another 100 bucks. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you watching. It is time to go. And tomorrow is Friday, so we will see you all tomorrow morning for the Friday live stream. And yeah, we're going to end the week on a green note, hopefully. Appreciate you guys, and yeah, have a good day. Causing a ruckus, good stuff. Have a great day. You too, sir. We'll see you tomorrow.